Welcome everyone. Today we'll have the special market trading video I have been talking about. If you look on top of me, you can see I only have 7 gold. And this is when I wake up when I trade. And look over here, I've been selling different stuff. And this was about 2 days ago during this recording. Today I'll show you guys live how to make a ton of gold on market trading. And you can make easily over 5,000 gold a day if you do this correctly. And even if you don't have much gold, I'll teach you guys how to do this as well and make tons of profit each day. So over here, I have prepared some of the notes I want to talk about in marketing, including the basics, what to buy, what to sell, when to buy those, and when to sell them. This is very important. How much of one item you should buy, and how much you should sell, and what a profit margin you should get. And don't get too greedy. And also talk to you guys about short-term trading and also long-term trading, and what do I mean by that. And what day should you buy what item? That's very important as well, because depending on the calendar of the day, different things happens, and this will impact the market. Now, if that is too complicated, what I do is I'll give you guys a live example of me trading and how does this work. So just keep in mind, there will be more advanced marketing tips and guides as I discover them, and I usually want to test them for 1 to 2 days, then I share everything with you guys. I'll also give you some additional tips. What if you run out of trading spots? You can only trade 10 per character, right? But you can trade on your alt account as well. I'll show you guys about those. And also give you guys an idea about making a loss and how to make more profit, how to think about marketing, and how to do this. This will take about 5 or 10 minutes a day, and this will slowly make you a lot of gold. Even if you don't play much of the game, this will make you a lot of gold if you know what you're doing. Now, I know the marketplace in the game can be very overwhelming and also complicated. It can look very scary as well, but in fact, it is a really good system. What I want to first cover is about the fees. You can pay anywhere from 5% up to 50% fee. You don't want to pay this much fee. I'll briefly talk to you guys about selling, buying, checking the price, and making a profit. So those are the basics we want to cover. So coming over into the game, what you want to see is you can see over here, you can go escape and also go into market. You can also open this one with your pet. There's 2 tabs over here. There's market, there's auction house. We'll cover auction house next on the future video. So this time we're going to focus on market. So the market is the first tab. After that, you can list items which are tradable, and usually items goes in a stack of 10 over here, and you can see how many of the stack of item is going. It's 10 items per stack, and you're selling 1 stack. This item, the chaos shard, also goes for 10 per stack. There are also some items goes for 1 per stack over here, and there's also items that goes with 100 per stack. Make sure you check the stacks. And after that, what you want to do is, once you are about to add item, the game itself will tell you what is the recent price and what is the lowest price that's currently on the market. So the recent price that was sold was 24 gold, and some was selling for 23 gold. It doesn't tell you how many that is sold. The lowest price shows you, if you want to sell this one quickly, what price should you mark it. Now, what I usually do is, I only focus on the enhancing materials. I'll explain why very soon. So if we use the enhancing materials as an example, and if we use Star's Breath, you can see it is the lowest price on 24 gold. The recent price sold was 24 gold, and over here, there is 132 of those items that is being sold at 24 gold. Those are very important to understand, because this will determine when should you buy and when should you not buy. Now I know guys, this sounds a little complicated, right? But just to bear with me guys, this gets much easier once you get the hang of it. It will only take you 5 or 10 minutes a day. And the next thing I want to talk about before we start the trading is to understand the fee system. Within the game, when you list an item, there will be a fee. For example, if I'm listing, let's say those destruction stones. Let's say if I'm listing on a price that is 5 gold. This is really short selling it. You shouldn't be selling it for 5, because here you can see it's selling for 12 gold. So when you list a price, depending on the price you list per bundle, the game will charge you a fee. The fee is based on 5. But be aware, this can be anywhere from 50% to 5%, because if you list any item under 20 gold, the fee will always be 1 gold. So if you list an item for 2 gold, you'll actually lose 1 gold in fee, because the fee will be flat 5%, but the minimum is 1 gold. So if you see people who are listing things for 2 gold, they're actually listing things for 1 gold, because they're paying 1 gold for fee. Now, if you do list item for 1 gold, you don't get to charge a fee. You do have to pay a deposit. So what I recommend is don't trade anything that is under 20 gold or below 10 gold too often, because you'll be paying too much in fees. So we'll be looking for item that is over 20 gold. Now the next part is quite important. A lot of players were asking me, should I buy this? Should I sell that? Should I hold on to this? For me, what to buy and what to sell will depending on what a lot of players need. So it sounds logical, right? So what do players need? Players in tier 1, tier 2, or maybe even tier 3 will focus on the majority of players who are in tier 1 and also tier 2. And players do need upgrade materials because everyone wants to get to the next tier. Everyone wants enhancement materials. That is why I only look into this category and I trade majority of my items over here in this category. There isn't that many items and I can pick my choices between 3 or 4 items, which I'll show you guys very soon. So this is my focus, something that is logical. Players need it all the time, not just once. Players will need this all the time because they need to upgrade materials, weapons, stars, enhancement, and there's a lot of things to buy and also purchase here. And once you start to trade, you'll realize there's some item that sells better than others. Now coming over to a very important point about market trading. If you don't know this, you can't make continuously a profit all the time. So how should you do this? Is when should you buy items and when should you sell? This will majority depend on the server reset time and also on the calendar of events. What do I mean by that? My server resets at 2 AM. And once this resets, majority of the things that contribute to the market will be the Chaos Gate. Because this drops the enhancement materials like the Moon's Breath and also Star's Breath. This also drops the pouches, which people trade. And those items are much needed in the marketplace and people buy them all the time. So usually after the reset, you can see the time of the Chaos Gate. Usually Chaos Gate can run for a few hours and there's a gap between. Notice at 5 AM and also 11 AM, there's a 6-hour gap. And sometimes they keep running, sometimes they don't run as much. So let me show you this one. So this one only runs for 5 hours for the Chaos Gate. And it is time like those where you trade items and when you purchase those items. And after those massive supply disappears, because players will do their dailies, and after their dailies, there isn't a big supply of those items, you'll be buying those items. Now, if that sounds a little complicated, let me try to simplify it. For example, I'm buying the Moon's Breath, and if I buy Moon's Breath, then basically I know after reset, if there's a Chaos Gate, everyone will be doing Chaos Gate. And what I do is I try to stock up some Moon's Breath, and I know I'll be buying at a discounted market rate. Maybe I'll be buying them for 60 gold. My plan is to sell them for 70 or 80 gold to make a small profit. So, I just wait for reset. Wait for about half hour after the Chaos Gate opens because people take time to farm the maps. And then they're going to sell them for very low because there's a lot of them selling. And, just buy a few. So you can click buy here and you usually do buy the cheapest. Do have an understanding of this the first day, then start buying the second day. I don't want you guys to jump in without knowing the prices of your servers because my server is a little different to everybody else. And if you guys remember, we talked about the Chaos Gate will close sometimes after a few hours. So after 5 hours of the Chaos Gate opens, it closes for the day. And then suddenly there isn't a supply for Moon's Breath. People will still be trading it, but people will be using it a lot. And for those that's not on the right timing, likely they will be buying those items for 80 gold or even 90 gold. And to give you guys an example over here, you can see my mailbox is covered with trading listings. So over here you can see me buying Star's Breath and also Moon's Breath. So I bought Star's Breath for 28 gold, Moon's Breath for 60 gold. And after this list of purchase, what you're going to see is I'll be trying to sell them. On the next page, I'll be selling them for higher prices. You can see I've been selling those items. So it's always rotating between buying and also selling. And this is how we make a profit. And this is why coming back to this video, after I have, made my purchase and listed my items, I'll be selling them. And when I wake up the next day, I'll have a ton of gold that is sold. Now that we talk about the idea of when to buy items and when to sell items, the next is about how many of one item should I buy and how to not get too greedy and get caught up with things. So what I would mean by that is, let's say if I'm buying certain items, I try to not buy so much that I have no gold. Sometimes the price will suddenly drop, sometimes the price will go up. So what I do is, I always buy with a profit margin in mind. Let's say if I'm buying Star's Breath at 20 gold, I want to sell them for at least 25 gold to make some profit, because 2 gold will be paid in fee, and then I'll make 3 gold profit. 3 gold profit with 20 gold to purchase is about, I think it's about 15%. It's about a 15% profit, so I usually aim for a minimum of 15% profit. So if I'm buying Star's Breath for 20 gold, I want to sell them at least for 25 gold. Sometimes I sell them for a little higher, and sometimes I get greedy, I try to sell them for 44 gold, and no one's buying that of course, so notice I'm stuck with 90. So don't do what I do sometimes, try to get a massive profit. You want to learn to get a small profit first, and eventually you will get a massive profit. Because there were times I was trading, I was actually making 3%, 300% profit, because those Start spread went from 20 gold to 120 gold or even 60 gold, and I was making so much gold just because I had some of them stocked up. Now over here, I want to briefly talk about two concepts I came up. One is short trading, which I talked about before. I try to make at least 15% profit. The second one is about long trading. It's when I try to aim for 30% profit. Over here, what I do is greedy trading. So I bought them for 20 gold, I'm trying to sell them for 44 gold. That is very greedy. But I have sold some of them for 39 gold. And that is usually my long-term trading. I'll leave it for like a day, and if it doesn't sell for 39 gold, I can sell it for 35 gold. So if you're trading for long, you can aim for a bigger profit. So if you're buying them for 20 gold, you can try to sell for 30 gold. If you're selling them for quickly to get your money back and to do this again, you can sell them for a few gold of profit. So if you're buying them for 20 gold, you can sell them for 25 or 26 gold. Remember, there will be a 2 gold of fee that is paid. Let me show you guys why. Oh, I don't want to cancel that. So I'll show you guys by adding an item over here. So let's say if I'm listing this item for 25 gold, the fee over here will be 2 gold. Of course, that is very low to the market because this item sells for 70 gold. If you sell them for 70 gold, the fee is 4 gold. It is 5% of the pay over here. So be aware of this. Now coming over to the next part, which also gets a little tricky. This is the question, which day should you buy what item? Because I'm still focused on my items, and my items are the upgrade materials. So for the enhancement materials, my major focus will be the star spread, moon spread, and sometimes I'll trade some of the leapstones, but they're ridiculously high at the moment, so I don't trade them. I'll be focused on star spreads and moon spreads, as you can see over here. Everything else is what I get from my daily farms and items. So one of the things to notice with the calendar is, there will be a day which you cannot have the chaos dungeon. On that day, the market will increase in price of those items that the market can't get. Notice there's no chaos dungeon. So the items you get from the chaos dungeon are the star and also moon spread. So if you hold your item before this day, before the 23rd, the price will surely go up. And this only happens once a week. And I have seen a massive profit margin on the last week, and I made 300% profit. So I was buying item for 20 gold and selling for 60 gold. They later went to 120 gold, which I was so surprised. So this is about the date. Every week you get one of those days where the market is desperate need for items, and this is before the weekly reset. So that's our little secret, guys. Make sure to stock up some of those items before the weekly reset. So the Chaos Gate items, the star spread, moon spread, those are really good. So that's my little hint to you guys. Now, hopefully that wasn't too complicated for you guys. So what I'll do is I'll show you guys a live example of me trading and show you my brain work and what I think about it. So I will go over here to enhancement material. I'll click all, and over here I know the item I'm looking for is going to be star spread, moon spread. I will buy the 22 one. Let's buy 3 of them. So I buy 3 of them. Usually I leave 1 behind so that people would try to mark it down. Oh, disappeared. So I only got 3. Actually, I didn't even get it. So because someone already got it. So let's buy it for 23. I'll buy 1 to show you guys an example. Usually I buy them for 22 or 21 gold. So I buy 1. So notice there's 70 of them still left at 23 gold. So that is a small market resistance, which we'll talk about very soon on the advanced guide, which you can read resistance and pitch your price below the resistance and to make a profit. So after buying this item for 23 gold, what I would then want to do is, I remember I bought it for 23 gold. I usually quickly have a look at how many people are selling what, so you can tell people are selling quite a bit at 25 for 160, 26 for 259. So there is a bit of gap, people are selling them, but knowing my knowledge of this item, I know they can easily sell for 29 gold. So what I do is, I'll come over here for the item I just purchased. So I actually have 16 of them. I'll just put over here. So I'll put out 16 for us. So I'll put 29 gold and put 16 of them. Notice that by selling those items, I will be collecting 464 gold, and the fee will be 32 gold. Now remember guys, I bought those items around 22 and 23 gold. So if I sell them for 29 gold, deduct the 2 gold of the expense, so I just write it here for you guys. So basically I bought those items at 22 gold. There's one for 23, but it's okay. And if I sell those items at 29 gold, the fee is 2 gold. I will be making, this is mathematic here as well, so I'll be making a 5 gold, which is close to about 20+% profit. So basically I'm trying to make 5 gold for each purchase. And between the 16 items I made a purchase here, I'll be making 90 gold just by doing this. Usually you buy them in much greater stacks. So I just add this one to show you guys. So now that it's listed, I'll be waiting for 1 day. And if this day this doesn't get sold, all my money will be returned. There's no fee for listing items. You only have a limited slot, which I'll tell you guys how to get more slots by using alt characters. And this is what I do with all the items. So this over here is a short sale. Over here, this is a long sale, which I'm hoping for the market to go up. Notice I'm selling 90 of those, and I'll be making about 20 gold on those. So if I sold all those items, I'll make 1,800 gold. Usually I do a bunch and I invest about 10,000 gold each day, and I do get back about 2,000, even 4,000 gold a day. And this is the the summary for how I make the gold. And of course, sometimes I list items a little higher because people might want those items in the future. So I do list them a little higher if I only have one of those. Now there's definitely a lot of more strategies and also concepts I want to share with you guys, but we can't fit in one video. So what I do is I'll maybe making more marketing video and also guides for you guys. I do have an economics major degree and also I'm really good with numbers. So trust the Asian guy here. I'll try to make you guys as much profit as I can, and I want to share and also disclose everything to you guys. I don't want to hide anything. I think the market is big enough and our community is not that big that will break the market. So everyone can make a profit here. Just don't get too greedy, guys. Aim for about 15-20% profit. Because if you do this every day, your 10,000 gold or 1,000 gold will grow slowly. And once you get to 10,000 gold, it grows even faster. So make sure you be patient and don't get too greedy. Now over here, I also want to show you another tip. So over here, I'll go on to one of my alt account, and while that is loading, let's come over here to the list of tips. So we talk about we can only list 10 items a day, right? So if you list items on your alt character account, so it's the same account but a different character. I have tested this once before, but I want to test it again. So today I listed all the items I have been farming on my alt characters with this character. So you can list 10 items per character. Having like a few alt characters allows you to list so many items. But to be honest, you never need that many slots. 10 slots is enough for me usually. And over here, we come over to my alt character, and you can see I have been selling things. So basically, I listed on this character. She actually sold everything, I think. There's still one more there. She actually sold a lot. There's still the Guardian Stone here, selling for 3 gold. But over here, she has gotten those. Notice my gold is increasing for my entire account. So when you sell items on your alt character, you also get the gold for your entire account. So that's something I want to show you guys, right? So if you're running out of listing space, you can do it all your characters. Do not cancel your listing, because if you cancel listing, you'll waste your fees. The fees will not be returned, or the deposit won't be returned. And finally, before we finish, guys, it's okay. I'll show you guys it's okay to make a loss. I actually lost a lot of gold once, so I'll make a video about that very soon. It's okay to make a loss when you first started, so don't feel too bad. And you're still learning, just say it is a fee paid to learn how to trade. And after that, it's okay to make less profit. Remember that time I said I made 300% profit, so I bought for 20 gold and sold it for 60 gold. I made like a few thousand gold of profit, but then it went even higher. I was like, oh, I wish I waited. But don't feel bad. If you made a good profit, just be happy with it. And of course, guys, remember to have fun in the game. This is a mechanics in the game that's going to help us progress in the game, get our gears to the final level, and just have a lot of fun. And make sure as you play the game, guys, have some breaks, stand up, stretch a bit, have plenty of water, and also stay healthy and also hydrated. Now before we finish the video, due to popular requests, I have uploaded the files I used for previous videos onto our Discord channel. So if you guys want to download those files and also join a community of friendly players who plays Genshin Impact and also not Lost Ark, come over to my Discord channel using the links in the description, and come over to General, go to Lost Ark, and go to the pinned comments to download those files if you want to have a look at those notes. I'll always have the notes available on the video, and I'll try to have them available also onto our Discord channel. Now, if you guys haven't subscribed to this YouTube channel, make sure you do so, because we'll be getting a lot of guides, a lot of tips as I discover them, and I love the game. So I want to share as much as I can with you guys, and let's have a great time in Lost Ark as we explore this game and get the most out of it.